So this thing costs under 400 bucks and it's supposed to replace all your cloud subscriptions forever. No monthly fees, no storage limits you keep hitting. Just buy it once and you're done. And I'm sitting here thinking, okay, that sounds too good to be true. Like, what's the catch? Because cloud storage companies charge you 10 bucks a month or more for way less storage than this. So either UGREEN figured something out or I'm about to find out why nobody else does this. I've been testing it for about a week now and honestly some parts of this thing surprised me. Some parts made me go like, wait, really? And by the end of this, I think I figured out who this is actually for. Let's see if it's for you. Here's where I should probably mention something. I already reviewed the DH4300 Plus from UGREEN a while back. And here's the thing, I'm still using it every single day. Not just for this video, not just because they sent it. I actually cancelled my iCloud Plus subscription because of that NAS. Yeah, seriously. And it wasn't just one reason, it was everything. The AI album that actually works better than Apple's. The fact that all my stuff is stored there. Auto backups from my iPhone and Android phone happen automatically. I don't think about it, it just does it. And you can create multiple users too, family members in the house, whatever. But here's the really cool part. If you buy this thing with someone else, like a roommate or a partner, you can set it up so both of you are administrators, but you can't get into each other's personal files, only the shared folders. So you get full control over your own stuff. They get full control over theirs, and you share what you want. That's actually pretty impressive. And genius. So yeah, I'm not just reviewing this because they sent it, I'm reviewing it because I really like to use their stuff. And this UGREEN DH4300 Plus is basically the little brother of the one I use. Now let's talk ports, because this is where it got interesting. On the front, there's a USB-C port, cool, pretty standard these days. On the side, there's nothing. On the back, there's an HDMI port and there are two USB-A ports. And here's the thing, they're 5 gig USB ports. That's actually kind of rare. Most value NAS devices cheap out on USB speeds. Then again, quickly back to that HDMI port. An HDMI port on a NAS, I didn't see that coming. Turns out it supports 4K at 60 frames per second. So you can plug this directly into a TV or a monitor and use it like a media center. That's wild. And then there's the Ethernet port. It's 2.5 gigs, which is good. Not amazing, but good. My only issue, there's only one Ethernet port. No failover, no bonding, so if you're planning to push this thing hard with multiple users, that one port might bottleneck you. But for most people, totally fine. Okay, specs time. And I'm gonna try to keep this as simple as possible because NAS specs can get confusing fast. So this thing runs on an 8-core processor. Basically, it's way more powerful than most NAS devices at this price. It's got 8 gig of RAM, which is double what a lot of competitors give you. And here's the cool part. The operating system runs off its own 32 gig eMMC storage inside, so it's not eating into your storage drives. That means faster boot times, faster app loading, and your actual storage stays clean. Most NAS devices don't do this. They run the OS off the same drives where you store your stuff. So this is actually a nice touch. Alright, real world testing. So I loaded this thing up with 4 drive, set it up on RAID, and then I just started using it like a normal person would. Backing up photos, streaming some 4K movies, accessing files remotely, and honestly it's smooth. Like smoother than I thought. The app is really easy to use. You can scan the QR code, it finds the NAS on your network, you pair it, and boom, you're in. And the AI photo stuff, okay, this really impressed me. I still use it every day. It automatically sorts photos by faces, by locations, by objects, like I didn't even have to do anything. It just did it. You can share albums with family using a QR code or a link. No app required for them. That's actually really smart. You can set up passwords and you can give them the ability to download their album. And this is where it comes really handy. Wherever I am with my friends, I'm like, hey, I've still got a bunch of pictures from you. And I just click on their face in my app and boom, they're like, whoa, I don't even have these photos. I don't even remember this event. Now moving on to streaming, which was solid. I tested some 1080p and 4K files. Played them natively through the HDMI port on my TV, worked great. Then through Plex Media Server, didn't stutter, didn't buffer, I'm happy, 4K, no problem. 1080p, absolutely no problem. I also tested it on my Revolution media player, which works perfect on it. Now let me talk a bit more about the mobile app for a second, because this is actually where the magic happens. The UGREEN NAS app is available on iOS and Android, and honestly, it's way better than I expected. When you open it, everything's just laid out clearly. Photos, files, backup, settings, no weird menus, no hunting around, and the photo experience, this is where it really shines. You open the Photos tabs and boom, everything organized. Faces, places, things, albums, just like you'd expect from Apple Photos or Google Photos. But here's the difference. This is your storage, not Apple's cloud, not Google's cloud, yours. And the auto backup, set it once and forget it. Every time you take a photo from your iPhone or Android, it automatically backs up to the NAS in the background. You don't need to do anything, and it doesn't matter where you are, either at home or out and about. It just happens. And you can set it to only backups on Wi-Fi, so you're not eating your mobile data. Then when you're out somewhere and you want to show someone a photo from 2 years ago, you just open this app and it's there. Instant access. You don't get this photo needs to download first message like you get with iCloud when you run out of space. It's just there. And here's something I didn't expect to use but actually love. You can share entire albums with people through the app. You can create album, pick the photos, generate a QR code or a link and send it. I used this at a family gathering last month. Everyone just scanned the QR code and had all 200 plus photos instantly. No group chat spam, no can you send me that photo message for days, just done. If you're someone who takes a lot of photos, this app alone makes the NAS definitely worth it. Now let's talk about the stuff I actually like. First, it's quiet, like really quiet. I measured it at idle, it's around 37 to 39 decibels. That's absolutely as loud as a whisper. Even under load, it went up to 40 decibels. So if you're putting this thing in a living room or a bedroom, you're not gonna hear it. Second, power consumption is low. At idle with 4 drives, it pulls about 21 watts. That's less than a light bulb. Under heavy load, it goes up to 35 watts. Still super low. Third, the setup is really easy. I'm not just saying that. I've set up other NAS devices that made me want to throw them out of a window. This one, plug it in, scan the code, follow the steps, and you're done. Even if you've never used the NAS before, this one is super easy to handle. Fourth, the remote access is fast, like way faster than I expected. I tested it from my phone while I was out and files loaded almost instantly. No weird lag, no timeout errors, it just worked. And last but not least, and this is actually my favorite part, I've mentioned it already a few times, I'm just gonna do it again, the AI photo album is much better than the iOS photos. I know that sounds weird, but hear me out. It automatically sorts faces by locations, by scenes, just like iOS does. But then it goes further. It creates a baby grown album automatically if you have kids. Now I see my own childhood pictures and it matches this with my current face. iOS doesn't do that. It creates then multiple faces because it can't match them all together. This AI album does. And like mentioned again, you can share entire albums with family just using a QR code and with a password and everything. They don't need even the app. They just scan it and boom. I've mentioned this like 3 times, I'm sorry, it's honestly amazing. With iOS, you're stuck in Apple's ecosystem. Everyone needs iCloud, everyone needs to accept invites, it's a whole thing. This, it just works. And honestly, I've been using this for a week, but the DXP4800 Plus I've been using for maybe 4 or 5 months now, every day. I love it. But let's talk about the things you should think about. First, there's only one Ethernet port. I mentioned this earlier, but it's worth repeating. If you're using this in a busy household with multiple people accessing it at the exact same time, that 2.5 gigabyte port might get overwhelmed. It really depends on what kind of files, movies, multiple movies at the same time. Second, the software is good, but I'm missing dedicated apps for an IP camera like with Synology. More and more apps are getting added, so it's good. It's getting better. It's getting way better, but it's not there yet. You're missing some advanced features. Third, the drive trays are plastic. They feel a little filmy. They work fine, but they don't feel premium. Okay, price time. Right now, it's 323 euros, normally 430 euros. So that's a 25% discount. So for the hardware you're getting, this is actually a solid deal. Now, would I pay this much for it? Honestly, I think I would. So it's on discount currently, check it out. I'll leave the links for Europe and United States in the description. And then it's yours. No more subscriptions, no more you're out of space emails. If you need super advanced features like VMs, this probably isn't for you. But if you want a simple, reliable, affordable way to back up your files and stream your media, this is actually pretty good. So my final thoughts. This thing surprised me. I went in thinking it'll be fine, decent, nothing special. But the more I used it, the more I appreciated what UGREEN's trying to do here. They're making NAS storage accessible, easy, and affordable. You don't need to spend €1,000, you just plug it in and it works. Now, if this helped you, maybe drop a comment, like, or subscribe. No pressure though. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.